Hey guys, today we're going to be creating a quote poster. I'm going to start off by downloading this font you see in front of you, American Captain. And to install that, I just click on Download, Open With, and double click the text and choose Install. It's already installed on my machine, so I'm not going to install it again. There's that. Here's the file I've given you. It has this quote on it. The first thing I suggest you do is make a copy of the quote. Hold down the Alt key and make a copy like this. Notice, since I knew I was going to square all this out, the shorter words like "one man" and "you'll never" and "victory" will actually be larger than the longer words. The example's right over here. The first step after making a copy is just to right-click and create outlines. That'll convert all your text into shapes. And make sure you always make a copy because it's useful for several reasons I'll spare you explaining. After you convert text into outlines, it's always one big group, so you'll have to ungroup it. And then my next step is to select each section I want to convert into a group and keep pressing Control G. That means group. You could also go up there to the object menu and group, or right click and group, but Control G is the fastest for me, so I do a lot of Control G work like this and convert all these into groups. Of course, if you wanted to take the time, be fine. You can adjust the tracking and leading and line spacing, but in this case, it's already pretty much been done for you. It's set up the way I want. All right, so the next step is going to be to take as long as, move it up here, and stretch across the guides that I've provided. Then, one man, you'll do the same thing. At this point, you might want to consider using a spacer. I'll show you how that works. I created this little spacer for you. There you go. And basically you can just keep reusing this every time you resize your text. This way all your spacing will be consistent. This is kind of what they did in the old school typography days. That's what leading stands for, the little pieces of lead. We're just using pixels. Notice I put the comma on the outside there. That'll just make this look a little bit cleaner. But it's the same process over and over again. Make sure you hold shift when you're resizing these things. Whenever I move this box, I also hold shift so it goes in a straight line. Oops, I made an extra leading box. I didn't mean to. That's okay. We'll just delete this one. Here we go. And one more. That would be victory right here. Alright, so if we can get that victory resized, then we would have achieved victory in getting the first part of this done. So here you have it. Make sure to watch the next video on how to apply gradients to these.